What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about how you could get rid of that spare tire that's around your waist and what I've been doing in terms of diet, cardio, and training. So let's get it. Alright guys, so welcome back to another episode of Guns and Muscle TV. So today I just wanted to talk to you about my transformation over the last, I would say, 30 days. So I'm just going to go over basically the changes that I made in terms of my diet, the changes I made in terms of supplementation, and the changes that I made in terms of training and as far as my cardio. Alright, so as you guys can see up on the screen now, this is my actual look on the left hand side of the screen is what I look like now, which is May 20th. And then on the right hand side, you could see that my that was what I look like April 20th. I have pretty much lost, I would say, most of the weight around my stomach. You know, if you look at the picture of April, it looks kind of like I had like a tire around my stomach, and that has since disappeared with hard work, obviously, and dieting. And I have a little bit more tone to my abs, but most of the weight that I lost was actually the lower portion of my abdomen, which is, where I carry most of my weight, and then on my sides, or as they like to call it, your love handles and your back. So just looking at that picture, you could definitely see that I lost weight around that region, and this took roughly about 30 days. I wasn't doing anything crazy, no special supplements. All the supplements that I use, I pretty much got them at Walmart, so they're very accessible. And they were cheap too. The most expensive supplement I think was like $24. Everything else is probably below $20. And I've been using pretty much like about 3 different types of supplements. All right, so let's first talk about the food swaps. So the last video I did, I showed you guys my 10-day transformation, where I pretty much shaved off roughly about 5 pounds. Now, since then, I'm down, I would say probably roughly about 12, 13 pounds, which is pretty good considering that most of that weight is actually fat. Because what I've been doing is I've also been training and trying to keep my protein intake at a certain level so that I maintain my muscle size. Because, I want to lose fat, but I don't want to be skinny. All right, so let's talk about the food swaps. So if you watch my videos before, previously, like I would wake up in the morning, I would have like 2 boiled eggs. I would have probably a slice of whole wheat bread. And then I would have like, almost 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. All right, so let's just take a look at breakfast alone. Just for breakfast alone, the 2 eggs, I now will, instead of having 2 boiled eggs, I will have one full boiled egg, and then on the second egg, I'll take out the yolk. So I just have the egg white, right? As far as the bread, I swapped out the bread for a rice cake. And then the peanut butter, I swapped out the peanut butter for powdered peanut butter, but actually has more protein and it has less calories. So just to give you an example as far as like, swapping out the food and the effect that it will have on your caloric restriction, the whole wheat bread that I was eating before, one slice was 110 calories. 110. 3 rice cakes equals 60 calories. So right there, my calorie intake as far as carbohydrates for breakfast, I'm slicing in half. And by removing the yolk from one of the eggs, I'm also reducing my caloric intake there as well. Substituting the peanut butter for powdered peanut butter, I am saving roughly, I would say probably another 60 calories. So that's just breakfast, But that's a significant change because when you add it up, probably just for breakfast, you are saving yourself, probably 150, probably 170, 200 calories, depending on, what you would eat. I'm still getting some level of carbs in the morning, and I'm still getting protein. All right, now, as far as like supplementation, what I'm taking in now, I am taking this supplement here, which is called Clear Muscle, and it's made by Muscle Tech. And pretty much what this does, it helps with like your strength, but it also helps with your recovery. So you can actually train a lot quicker because your muscles are recovering a lot quicker. They sell this at Walmart. It's roughly about $20. They're advertising it all over Instagram. It's flying off the shelves. If you can find it, definitely get it. You take 3 pills, one in the morning, one for lunch, and one before bed. So Clear Muscle definitely helps as far as like recovery. And I noticed that it's also helping me in terms of my performance. The next supplement that I'm taking here is going to be creatine. So creatine I'm taking, and I'm just pretty much mixing like a teaspoon of this in with my protein shake. And, I'll probably do this like twice. So I'll do it in the morning, and then I'll do it again after I train in the afternoon. So 2 teaspoons of this, and this is just, basic creatine. I got it at Walmart. This was like $9. So, all right. So the next thing that I am adding to my diet as well as far as supplementation is dietary fiber. This is, I got this at Walgreens. It's like an off-brand, Metamucil, but it has fiber. And remember I told you guys before, you want to try and consume, for every 10 grams of carbohydrates you consume, you want to consume at least 1 gram or 2 grams of dietary fiber. Fiber is good in the sense that it actually kicks up your metabolism because it makes your system work a little bit harder to digest it, and it causes you to burn calories. But more importantly, if you're trying to lose weight, adding fiber into your diet will actually hold you over longer between meals, and you get less of a sensation to start snacking. So I'll add 2 teaspoons of this to my protein shake. If I'm having like, a yogurt, like I like the Activia yogurts, I'll add like 2 teaspoons of this to it, and I'll just eat it like that. I try to get at least 6 teaspoons of this in during the day. A serving of 2 teaspoons gives you 6 grams of fiber. So this is very important. It also helps you, become regular. It's fiber. But it's very good, very instrumental if you're trying to lose weight. And then the last main supplement that I'm taking here is just some type of protein. This one is muscle milk. It has 50 grams of protein when you put 2 scoops in. This is chocolate. I usually like vanilla, but chocolate is what they had available at the time. 2 scoops, put it in some water, shake it up with a cube of ice, and you're ready to go. As far as a protein shake, before I was taking the Body Fortress. That gives you 30 grams of protein, but it also has like 390 calories per serving. So this one has 310. There's also another one by Muscle Tech, which is called Phase 8, which has roughly 300 calories. So the goal here was to get a protein shake that still has, anywhere from, I would say, 24 to 30 grams of protein, but has a lower calorie amount. So in this case, I came from the Body Fortress, which was 390 calories. I'm now using the Muscle Milk protein, which is only 310 calories. So right there, I'm shaving off 80 calories every time I have a shake. And I have a shake 3 times a day. I have a shake in the morning with breakfast, I have one at lunch, and I have one at night before I go to my bed. So just by making that swap in terms of the type of protein that I'm taking in, I'm saving 270 calories for the day. You might say, 270 calories, it's not a lot. It's a lot when you consider the work that you have to put in. To burn 270 calories, you're pretty much talking about walking almost 3 miles. A 3-mile walk takes about an hour. So just making these slight adjustments to your diet, you will definitely see more results, and you have to make sure that you stay consistent. All right. The next thing I wanted to talk about is my cardio. So I'll typically wake up in the morning. I'll turn on my walking app, and I'll walk for roughly about 3 miles, 4 miles on a good day. And on an average, like I said, when you walk, you burn about 100 calories per mile. So if I do 3 miles, that takes away, 300 calories from my goals for the day. So if I walk 3 miles that day, I can roughly, if I walk 3 miles that day, it pretty much puts me in a position where I have, 300 more extra calories that I can consume if I wanted to, but I don't, because my main focus is restricting my calories and trying to increase my protein intake. Now, as far as losing weight and maintaining muscle size, protein intake, I try to consume 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So my starting body weight is 225 pounds, and I want to maintain as much of that I can in terms of muscle. So my protein intake is based on 225 multiplied by 0.8, which gives you roughly about 180 grams of protein per day. So I try to make sure that I meet that number every single day. Sometimes, if I overeat, I'll go for a 20-minute walk in the afternoon just to make sure that I keep it in check. I keep the protein high, and I keep my calories restricted to the number that it's supposed to be. And, that's what has been working for me, and it's been working so far. The walking, I try to make it as brisk as possible, but it roughly takes me about an hour, I would say, to do a 3-mile walk. If I go 4 miles, it takes me about an hour and probably, 20, 30 minutes. But it's very important for me. All right, so as far as training is concerned, I lucked out. I actually got a weight set from my neighbor. My neighbor had like a 300-pound weight set that he wanted to get rid of because I think his wife wanted like a Bowflex, and I jumped at it, man. For $200, I got 300 pounds and I got a bench and an easy curl bar. So now I actually have some weights and I can actually do, some serious weightlifting. So I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm doing weights. So I'll do probably chest and back, say in the morning. And then in the evening, I'll do something like arms and shoulders and legs. And I'm doing that like 3 times a week. And then as far as walking, I am trying to walk at least 5 days out of the week. And it has been good so far. As you can see from the picture, I'm not super ripped or super lean, but I can definitely see progress, and that's what matters to me. The only thing I can tell you is if you are on the same journey and you're trying to lose weight, you got to make sure that you stay on top of your diet, stay on top of restricting your calories, and making sure that you get some type of exercise. Maybe your goal is not to gain muscle like me, so maybe you don't need to, lift weights. But having muscle does help your body actually burn body fat. Having a high protein intake actually helps your body burn calories. So it would be a good thing. You don't necessarily have to lift weights. You could do a couple of push-ups 3 times a week. Put yourself on a regimen. Everyone played some kind of ball or did something in high school, some kind of physical activity. Go back to that. You could do a high intensity workout. If you're on the heavy side and you can't do a high intensity workout, meaning like the crazy push-ups and squats, do some jumping jacks. But every bit of activity that you do is going to help you, and try to be more active. So if you have to go somewhere and it's within walking distance, walk. And the weather is nice and the weather permits, walk. It's going to make a big difference. Take pictures of yourself. You guys have seen it. I've taken pictures with my belly hanging out. I've taken a video with my stomach hanging over my shorts and I'm turning around. And I've taken another video, 10 days later. And you could definitely see the difference. So, I'm not claiming to be an expert on any of this. I'm just showing you guys what I've done and what has worked for me and what I am continuing to do. So just to recap before I let you guys go, use your MyFitnessPal app. If you guys want to follow me on there, the same name that's on my profile is on my MyFitnessPal app. So if you want to follow me on there, you can. My Instagram is there on the screen, at the bottom of the screen. You can follow me there too. And so focus on swapping out foods. Something as simple as changing your ketchup from, regular ketchup to like, low sugar or no sugar. Make those swaps. Swap out foods. Try to eat healthier. Try to add some fiber in your diet. It's definitely going to help you lose weight. Make sure you're taking in enough protein. Make sure you're doing some type of cardio activity, walking, whatever. If you're blessed to have like a cardio machine in your house, use it. If you live in a nice neighborhood or you live in an area where you have nice temperature year round, somewhere like Florida or California, walk. And you live in a nice neighborhood, walk. Weight training, if you can, it's great. Especially if you're getting up in age. As you get older, your body naturally starts to lose muscle mass. So if you're training, weightlifting, push-ups, that type of stuff, it's only going to help your body become stronger and better and run more efficiently. And it actually kind of tricks your body into not aging as quickly. You'd be surprised. And that's pretty much it, man. Alright, so thank you so much for watching the video, guys. I really do appreciate it. If you found the information presented here today useful, please go ahead and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button. Thanks again for watching the video. Y'all have a great day.